The search continues this noon for the shooters behind a chaotic scene on the east side. Our Katrina Weber has the latest.
And a precious surprise for members of a local family, how their loved ones were able to pull it off.
And we have a window for some strong to severe storms late this afternoon, early this evening. I'll be along in just a bit to take you hour by hour through your futurecast and let you know what to expect.
Live from KSAST12, the news at noon starts right now.
The husband of an East Side woman hit by a stray bullet overnight says there was gunfire coming from both sides of their street.
San Antonio police are also confirming that what happened in the 700 block of Canton Street was a shootout between two groups of people. A man who was targeted by the gunfire was also wounded.
Katrina Weber reports police are still looking for the people who were shooting.
Before the first police car had arrived, a car carrying at least one gunman already had disappeared. All that was left in the 700 block of Canton was the result of the violent exchange. A 57-year-old man lying outside a home, bleeding from gunshot wounds in his neck and upper body. Police say witnesses reported seeing several people pull up in a white sedan around 11:30 last night, get out and start shooting at the home. They believe someone there then fired back. A stray bullet hit a 57-year-old woman who was in her own home across the street. The woman's husband told us off camera that his wife had been sleeping in a chair in the living room. He says she woke up to the sound of gunfire, and the minute she got to her feet, that's when the bullet tore through their house and hit her in her hand. Both she and the man who was shot were rushed to a hospital by ambulance. The woman's husband says she should be okay. But the bloody scene this morning outside the home that was targeted showed the man who was shot there suffered more serious wounds. Police told us he was in critical condition. At least early on, they were still trying to find out why, what caused the violence, and who was responsible. Katrina Weber, KSAT12 News.
New at noon, police are investigating after a shot rang out at a South Side Walmart. Police believe the homeless man got into an altercation with a person in the parking lot this morning. It was at a Southeast Military Walmart there by Goliad. We're told the suspect hit the victim's vehicle. When the victim got out of the vehicle, the suspect started to hit that person as well. Police say the victim then pulled out a gun and fired at the ground. It scared the suspect, who then ran inside the Walmart nearby. The suspect was taken into custody. So far, police are not sure if the victim will face charges, but they do say it looks like it was self-defense.
We now have the mugshot of a man accused of selling a woman for sex for several years. 39-year-old Joseph Davila Sanchez was arrested on a human trafficking charge yesterday. He's accused of soliciting the victim on a prostitution website and forcing sexual encounters. Police say the victim reported the abuse last August. After months of investigating, police say another person allegedly involved in one of the encounters provided enough evidence for an arrest.
As San Antonio continues to grow, so does the potential for crime. That's why Mayor Ron Nirenberg is making sure that crime reduction is at the forefront of the city of San Antonio. Over the past 2 years, Mayor Nirenberg says the city has worked closely with local police and communities to drop the violent crime rate to a near 30-year low. He says a major focus has been to get a grip on gang activity. That means funding various methods, including the 10th Texas Anti-Gang Initiative, to reduce crime.
In the last city budget, the City Council prioritized new uniformed police officers. We also have been working with our police department and the community to establish different crime control districts. And then we have task forces that focus on specific criminal activity, whether it's drug proliferation or it's gang activity, particularly with gang activity.
KSAT's Max Massey sat down with the mayor to discuss his vision for the future of San Antonio. Topics included transportation, the census, homelessness, green spaces around the city, and how San Antonio can differentiate itself from Austin. To hear more about that conversation, you can tune in to Good Morning San Antonio. It's tomorrow at 8 a.m., part of our new series called Leading SA.
Dream Week activities kicking off in the Alamo City, starting with the opening breakfast ceremony this morning. Now, Dream Week is a 17-day summit that includes more than 200 events in and around downtown San Antonio. The events include panel discussions, concerts, and art exhibits. This year's theme is a collective vision. Today's opening ceremony included remarks from San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg.
Students in our community getting a chance to brush up on their financial literacy. Junior Achievement of South Texas celebrating the grand opening of JA Finance Park this morning. Young people are going to be able to study personal finance principles for 12 weeks. And at the end of it all, they get to be an adult for a day. They're going to participate in a simulation where they're given all the trappings of adulthood, a job, income, even a credit score. And then they're going to have to learn how to budget and balance their budget. And the hope is that the students are going to leave with an understanding of how to best manage their money.
The aha moments are priceless, let me tell you. I hear the youth say things like, being an adult is hard, you know, or I'm going to go home and thank my parents now for what they do. It's incredible. It's such a fun experience.
This is Junior Achievement's 11th year providing the JA Finance Park program to middle and high school students in San Antonio and the South Texas area.
Get your tissues ready. I love these stories. Two Northside ISD students surprised this morning by their father, who has been serving overseas for 7 months.
Yeah, get out your Kleenex. KSAT12 Sarah Costa and photographer Azian Burmia were at Colby Glass Elementary, and that is where this special surprise took place at a school assembly this morning.
Captain Abraham Acosta has been with the U.S. Army for 19 years. He's been deployed 6 times. Most recently, he's been in Turkey for the past 7 months during the holidays, away from his family of 5, his wife and 3 sons. Today, he finally got to reunite with his boys and give him a hug.
I'm excited, nervous.
We have a very, very, very special surprise this morning for one of our students.
It's super exciting, especially the surprise component.
I'm gonna try to surprise them. Let's see if they recognize me.
And we would like to welcome back Captain Acosta. Come on in, Dad. Everyone give a round of applause. Captain Acosta has a son in kindergarten, Abraham Acosta. Abraham, where are you?
Hi, baby.
I missed you, baby.
And also, boys and girls, we have older brother Diego, who is here visiting us this morning, who is also getting to see Dad. Welcome back.
Just see him every day. And it changed.
I missed you in December.
I know, baby. I miss you too in December.
Be able to spend a lot of time with them and play and do their favorite thing.
Minecraft.
They love to play video games with me, so I'll be playing some video games with them.
No matter what happens, they'll always be there for you, and they'll always return somehow in some way.